Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video I would be giving you guys a detailed analysis on XAU USD, a overlook of everything you need to know this week from the fundamentals to the technical analysis. You don't want to miss this video. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, let's dive straight into the action. First and first, let's review the economic activities we would be having this week. Okay, come with me. On Monday, which is tomorrow, we really don't have any high impact news. We probably have just a this is on the XAU USD pair, of course. We probably just have a trading in the range sort of day, where we wouldn't have much movement. But I wouldn't be overly shocked because this is not the first time we've had no high impact news and we've seen the market move, right? Depending on the tension going on in the Middle East and whatever the Feds choose to throw at us on a Monday, right? But typically, I don't expect much movement, maybe trading in the range, right? And it's not really my style, but we have to work with whatever the market gives us. Right. So on Tuesday, we do not. Okay, we have a couple of mid impact news to high impact news. Let's see. All right. So we have a mid employment cost and the I think wages and benefits of the workers, right? So this is not going to be detailed in the activities because it's going to take a whole lot of time. So I'm going to have a comprehensive details analysis videos that tells you how to use the economic activities to your favor. If you want that, like and comment. So on Wednesday, we have a lot of activities going on Wednesday, guys. So on Wednesday, I would say get your shoes ready because we're gonna dance. We have ADP, we have SNP, we have ISM, right? And ADP is just cooking for, you guessed it right. ADP is cooking for NFP, right, guys? Because this is NFP week, and I'm definitely sure you are as excited as I am, right? So we have ADP on Wednesday, we have SNP, we have ISM, we have JAWS. Wednesday is going to be a really, really, dancing day. We have Powell coming in with a conference from the Feds. We have rate decision. It's the Feds. Are they going to keep rate the same way? Are they going to cut it? I doubt we're going to have a rate cut this month. Probably we get the same 5.5 data we've had all year. And yeah, we'll see from where we go in the next couple of months, depending on the data being released this May. Right, guys? On Thursday, we have a couple of high impact news also. We have labor cost, we have initial jobless claims, we have continued jobless counts. So all this is just going to hopefully point the Feds in the right direction as to where they want inflation and where they are at with the US economy. If the economy is still being as strong as it has been in terms of the labor market. Right, guys? Then on Friday, we have the mothers of all mothers. Guys, we have NFP, we have unemployment claims, we have hourly average incomes, we have manufacturing payrolls. Guys, Wednesday and Friday is going to be an amazing day in the market, and you don't want to miss the videos where I will cover the live analysis that would help you make accurate decisions while trading on Wednesday and on Friday. Okay, so right now we're going to jump into the technical analysis. You don't want to miss this. We just finished with markets economic activities for the week. Right now, we're going to take a dive into the technical analysis aspect of XAU USD. And I like to do top-down analysis first from the weekly, and then we go down to the intraday and the daily time frame. Just like everybody who would take one look at the chart would know, we are in an uptrend, and we have been in an uptrend since we broke out of 2073, and it's been a steady uptrend since. We we just getting some form of correction from the market. Basically, we just tapped into this weekly fair value gap last week, and then we ended up closing above the fair value. So we had the weekly fair value right here, and then we closed above it. It happens to be sort of like a liquidity grab from the fair value. It looks like it just grabbed the liquidity, and then market pushed back up and closed above the fair value, right? So this is the weekly, this is how the weekly chart looks like. We have so much fair value going down, and we need to be careful of all these zones. The first zone I would really pay attention to if we really start to go down on the weekly would be around here. All right, I'm going to just pay so much attention to the zone, because this is what is sort of holding this whole place, because we have large buy orders around this whole place. So if we break it, then the next target is to sweep liquidity around here. So if we are to break this zone, the next zone I would be looking for major support from the buyers would be here. So this is a key zone. This also is a key zone. And we also, as you can see, we have so many imbalances at this point. So this could be a huge potential zone. If the bears eventually break here, then we could move up from this zone. Right. Basically, we are in a ascending channel. We've clearly been in a strong uptrend ever since price broke 76. That is 2076. And right now we are just taking a sweet, sweet movement to the upside, right? The weekly is looking as though we are going to continue moving up, and the first zone I would be looking for maybe weakness from the buyers is if we end up breaking this zone, that is 2040, 2240 rather. We end up breaking 2240, then getting fearful for the buyers. And then if we end up breaking here, right, I mean, we have a lot of fair value up until this point, but this would be the real test for the bulls. If we can break here, then the next area in which the bulls would be tested mightily would be here, right? But last week candle closed in a sort of I would say weak volume for the buyers, because this is not looking good for them. Well, we could play around this range some more, right, before maybe something pushes the market up, depending on the economical activities this week, which we highlighted, right? So Monday and Tuesday, I think we play within this range before we see what happens on Wednesday, Thursday, and on Friday, which is NFP. So we go down to the daily time frame, and basically this would just help you to understand the dynamics of the market, right? Like I told you, we are in a steady uptrend. Like guys, you can see this is no fluke, right? And we had a lot of rejection from here, right? So we are currently in a daily fair value. So I'm just going to highlight that. We are currently sitting in a daily fair value gap, a bearish fair value gap, by the way, right? And market could sell from here and tap way into this weekly. So I'm going to just, so we don't get confused, I'm going to highlight this as the weekly fair value gap. And then I'm going to highlight this as the last or major bullish defensive line. So we have a major bullish defensive line right here. So this would be the weekly major defensive line, so we don't get mixed up. Weekly major defensive line. Right, so we have the weekly fair value gaps looking nice for some more buys, right? Ask me, I would be looking to take buys within inside of this range, right? But like I said, if we break here, then the buyers are I wouldn't say in trouble, but if we do break here, then either we're going all the way here, then I mean it's just a trend change, right? So basically the daily is looking like maybe we could play within here or here, right? So there are two forms of range I'm looking for today. Maybe we could play between 44 and 2291, or we could play between 44 and 2389 to 2380, right? So we could play within this range. We could end up just consolidating between here, going up and down, or we could end up consolidating from here to around here, right? Just getting to the other block, maybe forming like a double top right before we come crashing down, right? So the first possible move I would be looking for on the daily is to see how, price plays around this region. Either we are ranging or we are ranging up or we are ranging down. We could range either way. So it's just to watch the market, but this would be a good place for a sell. Okay, so what would I expect for the daily? Well, the range, definitely. I definitely think today we spend most of our time ranging, and if we eventually probably get all the way back to this other block, forming like a double top, then we get back here. So this could form like a M, right? A double top and get back to this base. Then if we break the base, we probably go really deep into this fair value gap before we get any upward movement. So this is just one possible move that could happen within the day, within 2 days, within 3 days. But I definitely am aware that this is a important zone. We have an other block. We have a fresh zone in which we haven't tapped into. So we should expect at least market tap into this zone and then sell creating like a W pattern, right? So we could also have market get back into this liquidity. We could also have market get back into this liquidity and then get back forming a kind of a lower low. So what I mean is we could get a lower low right here, right? Acting like a break of structure, then a reversal before we fully go back into this fair value, right? But the key range I would be working within is here. So it's just going to be, so this is the key range I would be looking towards for maybe Monday and Tuesday before we get deep into the day. So I would keep an eye out for this range on the daily time frame. All right. So that's good. The next time frame we would be looking at is the 4 hour time frame, right? So we kind of moving upward. We are, if we look, this is kind of like a mini trend, right? This little guy here is making higher highs, right? This is going to be a test to see if we could, push up 4 minute W and then come back down, right? So this Asian, so it's currently trading and it's Asian session, so it's been pretty quiet so far, right? But we have London in the morning and then we have New York later at night, so we could have a maybe a slow buy. We could have a slow buy back into this range and then we could go down from here. So we have liquidity building up around here, right? So market could go up and then come back down to take up all that liquidity, right? So we have to keep an eye out for that. So what I mean is we could do something like this. We go tap into the other block on the daily, go back down, tap into this liquidity, and then something like this, right? This is very much possible. This could happen, right? We just make this lower low kind of acting like a break of structure on the 4 hour and then pull back up, right? This move going up is to create this whole area as a liquidity before market uses it, grabs the liquidity, and then either pushes back up. So it would be interesting to see what happens around this whole area within the week, right? So the next key area, like I talked about from the weekly, is 2240, right, guys? If we can break this area, then we are definitely going to the last weekly, major weekly defensive line, and then we could play around there, a couple of days, right? But I would just watch out for those key areas that I have mentioned. So the last intraday I like to look for a comprehensive analysis is the 1 hour time frame. Right. So we are making higher highs and we need to keep making the higher highs for our analysis to just be fully in play. right? We need to keep going a little bit up, a little bit up, building all this liquidity that we are aware market might come back to collect them, right? So we just need to keep market pushing up and then coming down to get all the liquidity before going back up. So we have range from here to back down here, or we could have a smaller range from here back down here, or we could just range from up here down, right? So we have a big range. You have a, let's see if we can illustrate that. So we have, this is our big range, right? So inside of this big range, we could have a smaller range right here. The market could just, keep playing around. Or we could have a type of range again, which could just play around here. If it breaks here, it could just keep going up. But either way, it's going to be ranging inside of our gigantic range. All right. So, what positions would I expect you to take in the long run? Well, I would say don't enter unless it's a significant point of interest. We have our liquidity grab here. So here wouldn't be a bad place to get into the market right here for a buy, right? So we just watch market take up all this liquidity and then buy it back up, and right here wouldn't be a sad place for a sell because it's our other block also, right? So this could be a possible 1 day, 2 day movement. Like I said today, maybe we could play inside a small box of range, or we could play the whole range, but just depending on the volatility of the Asia market, the London market, and the New York market. All right, guys, this is what the technical analysis is telling me at the moment. Okay, so that would be all for technical analysis. If you enjoyed this video, you would want to join our free community where we give free tips, free signals, and free trading ideas. The link is in the description below. It would help you get real-time updates from me. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, the link also is in the description below. Right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give us a like, give us a follow, and next time we would be with you. Till next time.